How do you know the difference between a top 1% entrepreneur and everybody else? Well, remember, you can't measure the success of a top 1% entrepreneur because external results has nothing to do with it. Sure, of course, we have to have some success. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what you're doing. There has to be a business and a financial outcome and an impact in terms of delivering value in the marketplace. But that's not the point. It's important. It just doesn't matter. So here's a way you can evaluate if someone is indeed in that top 1% category. Does what they're doing matter to others who are carrying a burden? It's an inner burden. It's a heaviness. It's a weight. It's a feeling of being something, marginalized, less than, held back, not being able to realize their potential. When you integrate into whatever value you're delivering mechanisms that lighten the load on others, you are checking one of the critical boxes of becoming a top 1% entrepreneur. Now, remember in the video where I talk about this, the levels of entrepreneurship in this playlist, level 1 is external results, and we go up from there. When you make this impact, what you're doing is you are creating a vision that will give you satisfaction because you've helped other people with something that really matters to them. Top 1% entrepreneurs go beyond solving pain points with solutions. We're doing so much more. It is not optional to create a vision in a business that does not take into account people in the society who need you, regardless of who you are and what you're doing, that does not lift the load and the burden that they're carrying. There's 3 things we're doing wrong in this area, and there's only one thing we need to do to get it right. One is the political correctness of signaling that you are woke and that you understand and are one of the good guys. All that means to me when I see it is you haven't done the inner work to identify your own subconscious biases, judgments, and prejudices. Second, follow a trend, conscious capitalism, creating a brand with purpose, creating a company that does social good and alleviates a social problem. It's not good enough. It's good, though. It's good. It's better than nothing. The underlying position of truth, of coming from the vantage point of an inner truth, matters a lot. And that's what we'll talk about in a minute. The third thing is to do it as a way to make more money. This we see in corporate a lot. So creating some component of whatever you're doing, your marketing message, your offers, your products, the experience you're delivering through your brand, that has been strategically designed in internal marketing meetings using persuasion techniques. That's just got to stop. That does not lead you into the top 1% of entrepreneurs, regardless of how successful you are externally. It just doesn't matter. So what do we have to do? We have to know our own truth. That's the only pathway towards helping other people relieve their suffering. When you know the truth of your own experience and realize that everything we were taught about how other people experience the world is wrong. You do not know until you have walked in someone else's shoes. Your job is to listen to them, not judge them or make assumptions about what they need from you as someone in a position of power and authority. All you have to do is find your own truth. And when you know what it is, make that a part of the business you're creating.